when we meet, you'll see the wait was really worth it. I would wait forever, 'cause I got faith, it's just a matter of time. All of the nights without you, I will just keep on waiting, waiting for you. For you. Waiting for you. All you really gotta do is keep me on your mind. Just keep me on your mind. And all we really gotta do is not give up. I would wait forever, 'cause I got faith, it's just a matter of time. All of the nights without you, I will just keep on waiting, waiting for you.
Through all of this, you told me that you loved me so much. But now we're here, and I can barely breathe. Inside my head, I pulled apart all the pieces to only see I've always wanted you. So let's take this time to feel it all, no lies. 'Cause if we don't, the fight will eat the life. Stuck in self-destruct, and we can't wake up. Don't wanna give it away. You make me give it away. Don't eat the life. day feels like a bad day. My biggest fear is you will walk away. The battle's here, and I'm standing in the fire. So take my hand, and we will stay alive. So let's take this time to feel it on our lives. 'Cause if we don't, the fight will eat the love alive. Stuck in self-destruct, and we can't wake up. Don't wanna give it away, can't make me give it away. Don't eat the love alive. 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 All we cannot face, the open road will always wind away. We're learning to accept what we can change, the story of our lives. We read between the lines.
Tries to hold on to the bottom. Here comes Giuseppe. They make contact. They touch once, twice, 3 times.
Oh, trouble! Oh, no, Rocky into the wall. Big crash front straightaway. Huge crash coming into the triangle. No, Rocky up and into the air. They're beating and banging. Burn on the bottom. Cosman up top. Cosman, I think. No. Breyer by 1/1000th of a second. Joseph now at the line. Thunhorse pulls the win out at the stripe. Oh, he saves it. What's going to happen here? Here comes the canvas. Get your foot in. He got it. He's got it. right there. No.
This is gonna win.
I flew through the entire grid, and you couldn't hear a damn thing. Tyler Gary, your leader, he's out in front. Philip McCandless. Here comes, who is that? Blake McCandless on the outside, and that's 71 for second.
Really interested to see if that top line starts to come in early on in this run. You can see everybody favoring the bottom right now.
Logan Helton side by side, a little further back with the 45 of Jackson Van Valkenburg, who's actually in the 97, but he's got 45 on the door of his race car because logic, that makes sense. Chris Yonke right behind in that 14.
Watching a few of these guys climb up through the field right now. Interested to see how this little mini pack of guys like Kevin McAdams and Michael Cozy Jr. about 9th, 10th on back, Logan Helton as well. See how they can climb through the field early on in this run.
Yeah, it's a gaggle of cars back here. Even behind them, you look side by side. John Adams, Dylan Roberts, door to door. Mitchell Riggs back there. Seth the Merchant making his series debut. John Gorlinski in the highlighter yellow machine up on the high side. There you see your race leader, Tyler Gary. Dynaco's all his, but Blake McCandless won some of it.
Ooh. Up at the front here with Tyler Gary and Blake McCandless, you see a little bit of bumping and banging going on. Blake McCandless here, not even 10 laps in, already starting to see the bumpers come out for the lead.
Yeah, I think that was just a message like, hey, I'm here. Tyler Gary did kind of block him just a little bit. A little further back there, that's Michael Rosero up on the top of the racetrack in that 23. Trying to hold some guys off there, battling with John Gorlinski. Now he drops to the bottom right in front of the 09 of Mitchell Riggs in that white car.
Still seeing, I mean, haven't seen so much of a preference right now from these guys. They're really favoring the bottom here early. I can theorize that I think later in this run you'll start to see them go up top, but I mean, even right now you can see guys like Blake McCandless, namely, trying to test the waters up there already. I think that's going to be the big thing today.
Back up here at the front for the lead. McCandless is trying to work on Tyler Gary up here at the front.
Side by side with him off turn 4 here, Jacob.
Looks to the inside, nothing there. Now goes back to the outside here in 1 and 2. We ride on board. It's that Cars movie all over again.
For sure. One of the things that's so frustrating about Bristol is you can get kind of clogged up, like you kind of see right now with Blake McCandless behind Tyler Gary, just trying to keep his momentum up. I mean, with the high banks here, it's what it's all about. You can see Blake just trying to go everywhere that Tyler Gary is and trying to find a way around him.
"15 laps complete here from Bristol, and Gary has led every single one of them, but Blake McCandless is not letting him get out of reach at all. Phillip is a little further behind, and here he goes to the inside. Contact is made up the hill, and McCandless is going to clear him for the race lead.
Just a textbook move from Blake right there, but now Tyler Gary back to his inside. Blake should have the run off the corner. There goes Blake McCandless to the point. You can see Phil McCandless trying to work on him now. Blake just set him up for a few laps and finally got around him. We'll see if Gary can combat that, or if he'll be at the mercy of McCandless. Maybe even Blake Reynolds looking for third now.
Well, in passing here, Bristol is an art form, and it's all about patience. You don't show any patience, and things get ugly pretty quickly. Speaking of ugly, shout out DK Metcalf drawing 2 flags in the span of 2 minutes. Offensive pass interference, and then trying to taunt Denzel Ward. "You got barbecue back there and you didn't invite me? Hurt my feelings."
It's actually Charvarius Ward from MT.
Ah, well, whatever.
Not
the only
right
Ward I've heard of.
Maybe even Jimmy Ward.
Oh, that's right, because Denzel Ward's in Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Duh. Oh, brother. Yeah. Whatever.
Blake McCandless is now also in 3rd place.
That's Blake Reynolds. Wrong Blake.
Who did I just say?
Blake McCandless, your race leader.
Good broadcast.
Wheels falling off the... This may be the best broadcast we've ever done. Muted for the first 2 minutes of the broadcast. I don't know football players. You don't know the drivers on the racetrack. This is perfect.
Yeah, good thing.
Struggle bus.
The 49ers corners, but I can't name the guy in 3rd place who I'm on. Oh, God. Oh.
And Blake Reynolds looking for 2nd here.
Tyler Gary actually got down to the rear quarter of Blake McCandless there. And now Blake Reynolds going to try the McCandless line. I think he'll actually get underneath Gary here.
The Sorry Sean counter is at 1 tonight. That one came from Nate Stewart. Almost 3 wide for the lead. As the Blake and Blake show up here with Tyler Gary as well. Gary to the outside looking for the lead. Hanging on the right rear of McCandless, and they'll go back at it in 1.
What a move from Gary right there. I mean, he's stuck in that throttle, and it's going to pay off right here on the high line as he's going to get around Blake McCandless. Blake Reynolds now to the outside of McCandless. They're still going to be side by side getting that run off the corner, and you can really see the high line starting to come in right there, and that's all what it's about. That momentum off the exit just going to carry you forward, and now Blake Reynolds is going to have a shot here at Gary.
They'll at least look for it. Now McCandless under pressure from McCandless. A Dylan Dreiling update. He's running P41. All by himself right now. He's got Terry Murphy behind him. 2 seconds up the road is 40th and Chris Norris. And these guys are in danger, by the way, of being lapped. First car about to go a lap down as Tyler Gary blinks for a moment. Is the 54 right there. That's Cody McCorkle. And he'll go to the bottom side. Let everybody go by. You see Frisch there that was battling McCandless just for a moment. We'll go back to that battle here. As now Frisch is going to get picked here by McCorkle. Oof.
Yeah, so hard to try to make up positions up here at the front and negotiate with lap traffic at Bristol. I mean, part of the name of the game as well. Being able to get through these guys will make or break your race here tonight. So these guys up front need all the practice they can get. Tyler Gary now, our leader, going to the inside of Terry Murphy in the 77 machine. Actually going to get pinched off exit, looks like.
Murphy in the 42nd position. You continue to watch this battle for fourth between Blake and Frisch. It's allowing Kolonix and Van Valkenburg to sort of join in on this battle as well, as now they try and sort through the 77. There of Murphy, who goes to the outside. Frisch will take fourth. McCandless drops to fifth.
Still trying to battle through with these guys. Alex Kolonix is working to the outside of Blake McCandless here now. Going to get that spot. Everybody else in front of him still single file. Blake and Kolonix still side by side.
That's a second sorry Sean on the night. That one coming from Chandler Parsons. And yes, I am keeping score for those of you watching at home tonight.
Do we have like a season counter of sorry Sean?
I don't think so. Sean's back in the 25th position in a hornet's nest, with Nate Stewart, Chandler Parsons, Tyler Dubosh back here. And oh man, he almost chopped the nose off of Nate Stewart back here. This is 25th on back. You see John Gorlinski in the thick of that. Art Reimer. The 60 of Tyler Dubosh is in there as well. Sean Peleg is blinking.
And this all right here, this is a really fun battle. Just a battle of momentum at this point, honestly. You can see this high lane off the corner and just such an advantage compared to the bottom line having to check up a lot more. Starting to see 3 wide up here. Big move from Nate Stewart trying to get underneath. That was Chandler Parsons. Not going to be enough real estate for him to operate there, and he's going to fall back in line.
We'll try it again on the bottom, and the bottom side is pretty much used as your slide job zone, and the outside line is where the speed is at. I think that's what Nate Stewart is learning right now. Still 3 wide. Rosero on the outside, Parsons in the middle. Nate Stewart down low, contact in the wall. Rosero, they keep it green. They keep it pointed in the right direction for now. I don't think Stewart had any idea that they were 3 wide until the contact.
This is a super fun battle. Looking ahead, also have a really fun battle starting to form here. The pack of the cars fighting for the top 10. As guys like Matt Taylor, Daniel Falkingham, David Brown, John Adams, Seth the Merchant all in this mix.
Oh, Peleg. Oh, man, he saved it. Barely. He was about wrecked. He got hit by Ben Bafford. Was sawing at the wheel down the front straightaway, but he keeps that 17 pointed in the right direction. Meanwhile, battle for the lead. Tyler Gary, Blake Reynolds. And you got Philip McCandless right there as well. That inside line, that's what Reynolds is trying to use to his advantage.
And these 87s are just so much fun, especially at a place here like Bristol. And just how far up the cars are, the throttle control that goes into it all. I mean, just a really fun combination.
.44 laps complete here this time by Tyler Gary, your leader. He's led the most laps so far. Blake Reynolds second, Philip McCandless third, Michael P. Frisch fourth, Kolonix fifth, Van Valkenburg sixth, Blake McCandless seventh, Kevin McAdams eighth, Michael Cozy Jr. ninth, Daniel Falkingham in 10th. Your biggest mover so far is Sean Butler. He's up 12 spots since the green flag, 33rd to 21st.
Oh, contact off turn 4. We have one car.
Trouble.
Logan Helton.
Caution is out. Sounds like Chris Yonke may have been part of this as well, and the caution's out for the first time tonight. We were told that cautions would be thrown for cars spinning. And for Logan Helton here, this one is an interesting one.
I mean, you can see just a little bit of contact. That 09 just slid down into his lane, and he saved it.
The bigger concern, I think, there is he was spinning up the track and then spun it down the track right as somebody was coming at him at full speed. And that's why the caution flag came out. So the first caution flag of the night almost went the first 50 laps caution-free. A pretty good start at it here. And now, Caleb, this opens up the window for pit stops, and everybody is coming to pit road.
Absolutely. Like I said, the name of the game tonight is going to be all about those tires. So I feel like if you have an advantage to get 4 fresh ones, or even 2 fresh ones, it's going to make a huge difference for you compared to some of these guys who stay out, which include Justin Melillo and Dylan Dreiling, I believe, are the only 2 that stayed out.
Justin Melillo, your free pass. He will get 1 lap back after he got lapped, and a 2-tire call from Blake McCandless to win the race off pit road. Pit stalls are shared here. That's why the 77 is phasing inside the 86. Oh, horrible, rotten, no good stop from Tyler Gary. He goes from the lead to 10th. Now, Art Reimer stayed out. And Melillo technically passed everybody, so that'll put Gary 9th here once they pass Melillo. He's on pit road right now. David Brown, Matt Taylor, Logan Helton all taking 2 tires. Philip McCandless, the first one off pit road with 4 tires. And as I mentioned, Art Reimer did not stop, and he comes to pit road right now. So that'll mean that Blake McCandless will cycle around and retake the race lead and will be the control car for the restart.
Yeah, quite a few interesting calls here. My eye is on Matt Taylor right now. Made up a few spots on pit road, but he was really struggling with his car towards the end of that run. Was running in the top 10. Tried to run the high side and was just struggling with it. And got cycled all the way back to, I believe it was about 15th or 16th before that caution came out. So interested to see if he can retain his track position that he's gained here, or if he will continue to struggle with that car as we get into this run on this restart.
Only one way to find out. Lights are still on the pace truck. We should get 1 to green here this time by.
Believe we will. No, lights are gonna, go out right here.
Just gonna say, if they don't go out here,
yeah, we're in trouble.
climbing up and taking a look at the satellite dish on the roof. 52 laps will be complete here this time by. Excuse me? This track is so broken.
Yeah,
what?
Green flag. I don't know what that was.
Why did we...
The pace car was still on track and it threw the green flag in sim.
Well, and here's the thing. Josh Mendoza just threw the caution flag. Oh my God, they actually wrecked in the back of the field. They actually wrecked. Or somebody wrecked.
Yeah, you can see the smoke on the front stretch.
Somebody just floored it on a pit road. What the hell? Josh Parker got run over by Sean Peleg in turn 2. And Dylan Dreiling spun it as well. I have never.
Yeah, we'll get a replay here in a second.
Here it is. Oh my God! That's... What in the world? What the hell happened? Oh, this looks like AI. Nate Stewart, Malillo, Bafford, Danny Thompson. What? I have never.
And no wonder
I've seen a lot of stupid things.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of stupid things in this sim. I have never seen anything like that. Unbelievable. You know, we had 2 hot fixes today. Neither of them fixed whatever this is. It's Bristol, baby. All right, well.
We can do the Kevin Harlan. We can cover 49ers Seahawks.
Well, we did this 2 weeks ago. We did this 2 weeks ago, but all right, 3rd down and 8. Geno Smith in the gun, back to his left, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left as well. 3rd and 8 from their own 48-yard line.
From Lockett.
Maybe a jump, no flag, and now whistles everywhere. Passes complete to Metcalf over the middle, would have been a first down. But we've got laundry on the field, and it's going to be another flag on Seattle.
Yeah,
and that'll
Tyler
make
Lockett
it 3rd down and 13.
Start. He was in the slot, and he just went. I don't know what he was doing. Just
End up in the slot,
early.
and oh my God, yeah, he jumped a full second about before the snap. All right, so now 3rd and 13. We are extending the caution once again here. You're not missing anything right now. There's a server rack on fire somewhere at iRacing headquarters, I think, which is leading to this. Once again, split backs here for Smith in the gun. Again, got to get to the 44-yard line across midfield. They're at their own 43. Steps up. Pumps, still going, with room on the near side, picks up the first down, tries to break a tackle, and is wrapped up out of bounds near the 35-yard line. The Seahawks want a flag for a late hit. They don't get it. But Geno gets the first down for the Seattle Seahawks.
And I mean, you see the safety Hufanga, he goes all the way across the field. That pump fake really got him, drew that defense towards him, and just took off on the...
Okay, so the green flag just got thrown again. Nobody should be going. They're going to go in the restart zone. So the same deal is happening from what we saw before.
Pace car's
Where'd
gone.
the pace truck go? Where'd the pace truck go? The pace truck is on pit road. NR hours.
Yeah, he's typing go in chat.
McCandless just typed green. We're going. Green flag.
Have you ever in iRacing? Yeah, the drivers are not happy with that right now, just caused by an iRacing glitch.
We've got trouble front straightaway. Multiple cars. Gorlinski is in it. Bafford hits again. John Gorlinski crashed. And it was Cody McCorkle off the pace that got involved in it as well. He was a lap car. There was actually spinning up the road. This started with Kolonix getting hit by Michael Cozy Jr. here in 3 and 4. What set all this off? There you see the 54. He's going to get the end result here. They're spinning up the road. Here comes Gorlinski. He spins trying to avoid the checking up 72, and nowhere for him to go to the inside wall. And then back up the track he comes, catches Rosero, catches Bafford, catches Nate Stewart. And we made it a whole 2 laps.
Yeah, Kolonix was not pleased with Cozy for that move in chat. And I mean, just slides back up into the middle of the track.
Yeah, he was on the brakes, though. Not much he could do.
Yeah.
Oh!
Part of Bristol.
Incomplete from Geno Smith, looking for the big old boy tight end, almost in the end zone. Went through his fingertips. It's 3rd down and 8. And, unbelievable. Rosero has a meatball flag. He needs to pit. Even though he's asking for his flag to be cleared, he still has to pit to get it fixed. So, Geno Smith gets eaten alive. That's borderline intentional grounding, but it's 4th down.
Yeah. Charles Cross and Abraham Lucas have both had really good seasons, but Bosa's just eating them up right now.
That wasn't even Bosa. Bosa just stood there and watched. It was the 2 guys in the middle that got in there, made an impact. So Jason Myers, who's kicking 96% in field goal range this year, highest in the NFL, with a 38-yarder to try and make this a 7-3 ball game. Snap, hold from the right hash. Kick is on the way and good. 4:47 to play in the first half. 49ers lead the Seattle Seahawks 7-3. And dear God, I hope I can stop talking about this game and we can actually start clicking off some laps again so we're not here until next week. Should be getting 1 to green here.
The big question here off turn number 2 is hopefully we don't have the green flag fly once again.
Oh, no, it'll happen. There it is. Oh, but we didn't even get to turn 2 that time. It was in the middle of turn 1.
Gonna channel a Cisco here.
Yep, be prepared for the pace truck to just disappear. There it goes. It's a magic trick. And then Blake will go in the zone here. Green flag. Oh man, they are stacking up back there. Oh.
Terry Murphy is just parking it in the corners here.
Yeah, right in the way of Tyler Dubois, and Dubois just has a train of cars going by him on the outside.
Having court in the chat right now.
And Ben Easterday, the voice of reason, comes in telling everybody to shut the hell up. Cool. How about the battle for, what is this, 4th?
5th.
Logan Helton and Michael P. Frisch.
I was going to say Logan Helton right now. Trying this high side, gonna just inch ahead, not gonna be enough of an advantage with the momentum, but now behind them you see Tyler Gary looking to the outside of Blake Reynolds. Blake Reynolds gonna run him all the way up, and Tyler Gary's gonna keep his foot in it. He'll be on the high lane. Now Blake Reynolds gonna put the bumper to Logan Helton, who slides up in front of Gary. This is a fun battle.
Yeah, that was close.
Oh, Blake
and
Reynolds.
It's still close.
Yeah, Blake Reynolds almost had a hiccup there. Cozy now to his outside with this little pack. And now Cozy's going to be the back of Tyler Gary in the blue Dynaco machine.
Logan Helton going the wrong direction fast. He's on 2 tires, remember. But so is McCandless and David L. Brown, and they're 1 and 2.
And I think we'll start to see that change soon as these guys start to inch up and hopefully can start clicking more laps off. And a lot of these guys right now just opting to stay single file. Looking right now, though, David Brown and Blake McCandless
For the
engaged
lead
right now.
David L. Brown taking that lead away in the 83. Let's see if McCandless can get a response back here. There's McCorkle getting by there on the inside. One of the lap cars. So we're out on board with the Underdog Fantasy Machine to the inside. And not a lot of grip down there. Not a lot of speed.
Well, not only the grip, but I mean, also you got to think you got to slow that car all the way down, and compared to that outside lane where you're just kind of rolling it, using that momentum to your advantage, it's no wonder that the high side is so preferred here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Keep in mind, in sim, this is a Bristol that doesn't have any PJ1 adhesive on the bottom lane to provide that extra grip. So as we get into this run, you're going to see that high line just naturally kind of favored because that's where all the momentum's.
Here comes Phillip to the outside. Gets by Blake for second, and now he's looking for the lead.
Yeah, he made light work of Blake there. Now, all the way to the inside, Phil McCandless just not going to be able to put the throttle all the way down off the corner. Got a little squirrely. See if he combats that once more. Car looked pretty planted there, just trying to make up ground little by little. And as we alluded to earlier in this show, all about patience right now here at Bristol. You have plenty of time. It's got to make work of this guy ahead of you, and inch by inch, little by little, you'll get to his back bumper, and that's when you can make the move.
I think the best place to go, though, for Phillip McCandless would be to the outside.
Absolutely. I mean, you see David Brown right now running that middle lane. If he can just get behind David Brown right here and maybe take that, as we have one car spinning on the backstretch.
Oh my, that's Danny Thompson. We're still green. He got turned back there. I'm not sure how we're still green.
Yeah, considering that Ben should have resulted in a caution there, but it's all right. Keep him going. We're trying to tick off laps, not call them more football. Let him race. But back to this battle for the lead. Still Phil McCandless. As I was saying, if he would just get to this outside, because David Brown's not even taking that lane. If he can just get there and use that momentum to his advantage, I feel like that would be the easiest way to pass rather than trying to go down on the bottom and make life harder for yourself here.
Closing in on 100 laps complete. You're from Bristol. Battle for fifth, Cozy and McCandless. Cozy takes that spot away with the outside line. Meanwhile, for the lead again. Oh, my God.
Was just
David L. Brown.
Car.
Yeah, I don't know what McCorkle was doing other than sitting right in the middle of the racetrack doing 80 mile an hour. And that allows Phillip McCandless to take the lead away. That could have been big.
I almost had big contact there, but in all of that calamity, that allowed Phil McCandless finally to get around David Brown. And we'll see if he can drive away with it as we have a crash in turn 2.
Trouble. Valkenburg and Adam Martin. They're on the apron. We're still green. And Martin just drove it in there too deep and got into Van Valkenburg. But they are rolling now right up in front of the leaders. Good God almighty, keep it straight.
This is anxiety-inducing.
Oh my gosh.
Right in front of Blake, three wide. I think we might be seeing a little low. Matt Taylor also made contact with the outside wall there. Outside of Cozy right now, the two Sports Machine teammates of Cozy and the Merchant. And this is where it gets tricky, because now you're starting to see the leaders trickle into lap traffic here. McCandless right now trying to navigate his way through. He has Perry Murphy on his inside. Right in front of him, he has Danny Thompson. These guys just got to give him room and let him operate. Dylan Dreiling as well, about to go one lap down.
Dreiling fighting for his life there on that outside line.
Yeah, I mean, not being able to get through this lap traffic, that opens the door up. You can see David Brown's already been able to catch him. And Michael P. Frisch, Tyler Gary, Blake Reynolds, your top five, all of them are about to be under a blanket as Dylan Dreiling just lost the car and went into the wall. Gets it straight. Apologize over the radio, scary.
Canlis back here in a dogfight with Cozy, Kevin, Kolonix, and the rest.
John Adams in this as well. Ooh, Cozy. Almost got the wall off the corner there. Kevin McAdams. Little bump draft at Bristol never hurt anybody.
Nope.
That got both of them around Cozy on the outside. Looking back up at the front, Tyler Gary has just made his way around Pete Frisch.
Caution.
Oh, and it's Matt Taylor.
Matt Taylor and Seth the Merchant. Two cars on the lead lap. They made contact out of turn 2 and met together again in turn number 3. And that brings out yet another caution. We'll get a replay here shortly.
Yeah, we'll see it right here. I mean, they make contact off turn 2. Taylor grabs the wall, and to Merchant, just really nothing he can do. Rides back up the banking into Matt Taylor, and tough break right there for Matt Taylor. You can see it just unluckily tags the wall. Really reminds me of that big wreck on the backstretch at Bristol in the spring 2020 race.
Yep.
How that got started. Not as calamitous, though. Only 2 cars involved, thankfully, as we will continue to pace down pit road.
Pits are open. We'll let them do their business. We'll come back, sort it all out, and get the green flag. We step aside for a break. Philip McCandless, currently your leader. You're watching Chaos here on FTF.GG. back, half a lap away from the green flag. Philip McCandless speeding on pit road, and he will have to restart from the back of the field. He is in 29th. Seth the Merchant took just 2 tires. Everybody else took 4 for the most part. Chris Yockey took 2 as well. So DeMerchant will lead us to the green flag. Green flag, we're back to racing here from Bristol. And I think it actually, wait, it threw the green flag where it was supposed to. What?
Got that mid-race fix in.
I do not understand this.
Back. David Brown putting the fight to set the Merchant now for this lead. Tyler Gary is right behind him, though.
Go a little further back here. Got a nice little battle forming. Tyler, nope, those are all lap cars. Cool, excellent. Everybody single file then.
Yeah, right now, just trying to get around some of these lap cars that started up at the front of the pack. Starting with Alex Kolonix right now in 15th position. He gets to the outside of Tyler Dubois and Adam Martin. Again, just more damage causing these lap cars on the bottom to just park it. See Adam Martin struggling trying to get around him.
And Adam Martin is one of those cars that is lap down, but he's faster than the lap car in front of him of Dubois.
Top 5 getting a little more spread out. David Brown's run is subsided, and he is seems contently riding in the 2nd place right now.
Wow, a battle. That's Kolonix and Mitchell Riggs. That's for 17th.
Riggs got around him there, and now Sean Pellig behind Kolonix is next in line. See, he actually has a run. Kolonix going to be able to get underneath him, but not going to be there off the corner.
Battle for 10th. Cozy and McAdams. Or we can just look at Sean Pellick. There we go.
You can see Kevin all the way up to the high side. And now going to clear Cozy off turn number 4 and into turn 1. Will Kevin have anything for Blake? We'll see here. As of right now, looks like he's just going to be able to slot in single file as they're coming up on more lap traffic in the number 77 machine.
And once again, lapping Terry Murphy.
Whoa, and close call for more guys trying to navigate through lap traffic of Adam Martin. Almost just had contact between Phil McCandless, who we know has a bunch of speed, and RJ Williams in the 23rd and 24th position. They keep it going, though. Looks like one of the lappers just pulled off and parked it. Dubois, who we saw had some damage on that last restart.
Well, the battle for 16th. Yockey and Mitchell Riggs.
Really interesting that the top line hasn't been more dominant here tonight. I mean, you can still see just all these guys single file favoring this bottom line.
Almost wonder if they're using that to save, whether it's fuel, tires, or both, and then the outside is where they really get torque. Because we saw them use the outside a lot in the first 100 laps, but now they have is straight away from using that and have gone toward the bottom side instead. Just 2 laps away from the halfway point. Trouble, turn 2. Melillo, no. RJ Williams. And he has crashed hard. Oh.
That was that
You know
battle I
what
was
he
talking about
did?
earlier.
He got caught back with McCandless trying to get back on toward the front. You know what he did? He got the end of the wall there. He got the end of the pit wall. You'll see the replay. McCandless gets into him, goes up the hill into the wall hard, and then comes back down the track and catches the barrels, and that's what rips the front clip off the 21.
And I was talking about those two a few laps ago because they were getting squirrely, and you can see it just kind of blows up in their face there. Back under caution here at Bristol.
This time by will be halfway, and everybody, for the most part, is coming to pit road. Blake Reynolds is going to stay out. Interesting.
Interesting. Oh, Cozy as well just darted back across the commitment cone line to stay out.
Let's see if we can talk to the driver of the 66, who's chosen to stay out here under this most recent caution. Blake Reynolds, your leader. How we doing? What's the call here to stay out?
Well, oh, McCandless just stole my lap lid. Yeah, sorry, I had to brake check him. Well, I'm just bored, you know. I've just been sitting in line. Feels like a Coke race.
No. Wow.
Yeah, so we're just vibing there, saving tires.
Wow, Blake thought you were a lap car. Blake, are you going to stand up for that? Yeah, that's what he just said. He said, wow, I thought you were a lap car. That's why I passed you. Unbelievable.
He just assumed my pace.
Doesn't he know who you are? Like, he calls the Coke Series, which you drive for. Who do you think you are? Oh, my. All right, well, how about the rest of this race here? Because I'm falling asleep. And Thursday Night Football's not doing the trick either here. So are we going to get a show here in these last 125 laps? Or
well, looks like we got a pretty big split strategy. The first person to pit there, I believe, was Seth the Merchant. And he is where? 16th? Well, I might see some hell here. Yeah, this run right here will probably determine the rest of the race. Let's see, I'm good on fuel. I mean, I don't have to pit again. I'm good on fuel. I might stay out the rest of the race. Who knows?
Did we fix the caution deal? Like, what the hell's up with that? Or the green flag deal?
I'm probably going to get black flagged for not typing it.
Well, yeah. I hope you type it here. You got 1 to green, so we'll let you get to work. Best of luck here. Don't die. Blake Reynolds, race leader. Always great to have him join us. And there you have it. Oh, and oh God, he has to say it because his keyboard's on the ground. This ought to be good. Death will commence.
Yeah, should be a normal, fun restart.
Hope nobody talks over him.
Yeah, I'm queued up in chat right now.
Only 123 laps to go, but who's counting? Me. Green flag. I never heard it.
He said it.
Oh, did he? I didn't even see it queue up. Because that was a normal restart there again. It didn't start us off turn 2. I don't understand this game, man. I really don't. They're 3 wide back there. Kevin.
Yeah, that's the show right there. McAdams going up through the middle, 3 wide. Logan Helton behind him opens up the door, and now Helton looking to the inside at Kevin.
Yeah, John Adams is stranded up there on the high side, and he can't go anywhere because he's got the wall to his outside and cars to his inside.
Adam Martin, the lap car, still parking it off the corner, makes contact there. Sean Pellig into the back end of that car. He keeps it straight, though. Kevin right now is just on a tear, working his way up through, cutting through the field like butter.
2 right side tires, and that's all he needs.
I see him up here now. Trying the inside. We'll see if he can make it work on the 04 machine ahead of him.
You see David L. Brown, he was the leader of the race a little bit ago. He is now in the 5th position, trying to hunt down Cozy. Is Blake Reynolds still out in front? Blake McCandless sits in 2nd. Both of them pitted on the same lap some 30 laps ago. As the laps continue to wind on down.
You can see Gary right now trying to peek around Blake McCandless, and he will finally get around him. He's been putting that nose anywhere he can to try to make up ground. Just made it around Blake McCandless. 86 machine has a fair bit of pace. Comparison to Blake Reynolds, who still holds the lead after 139 laps here at Bristol.
With the battle for 9th, Adams and Yankee. And that is ahead of a cluster up here at the front of the field.
I think a cluster is understating it. I mean, this is a huge pack of cars all in line together. Oh, and contact.
Oh. Chopped the nose off there, Mitchell Riggs.
Yeah, I'm not sure that'll fly too many more times from Mitchell Riggs. He'll be more than happy to use the bumper here. Again, getting them stacked up. On board here with Frisch, behind Chandler Parsons, all this mess.
He's got Sean Butler right behind him in the 32. John Adams was able to scoot away from this battle, while Yankee is pretty much holding everybody else up. Meanwhile, for the lead, Tyler Gary around the outside of Blake Reynolds, and he'll take it away. He is on fresher tires. Gary is just by a little bit. Headed onto this last caution. That could open up the door now for David L. Brown. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just saying we're starting to see this tire difference as the lights come on here at Bristol.
And the shadows break. Good God.
Yeah, good pixelation.
How did this game go from looking great to looking not great? Like the season 1 update, 3 hot fixes now. And this thing looks... Oh, there goes Riggs. Riggs is around. Can he save it? Yes. Oh, maybe. Yes. Goodness gracious. How about Frisch cutting it 3 wide there up the middle to get by Yankee? That was close stuff, but now they're finally getting the 14 out of the way, or at least figuring out a way to get around him. Nate Stewart uses the bumper.
Yeah, this is where you get into trouble 3 wide here between Nate Stewart, Sean Butler. Balking him.
Oh, there it goes.
Saved
it. Hashtag
wow.
Sorry, Sean.
Phil McCandless peeking to the inside. Not going to be able to get that spot, though.
Oh, now he's going to... Jesus. Still rolling.
Getting yelled at on the radio. Made a really good save, all things considered there.
Meanwhile, for 6, John Adams and Cozy, they're going at it.
And 3 cars under a blanket, because now John Adams with that momentum is going to take the fight to Blake McCandless, and I don't think it is going to be much of a fight. With these old tires, John Adams is just going to drive around him. And almost a 20-lap tire difference between John Adams and then Blake McCandless and Michael Cozy Jr. right behind him. Ooh, Blake Reynolds chopped off Kevin McAdams' nose there. McAdams makes him pay for it, though. Takes that spot. That's for 3rd.
Ben yesterday is taunting Sean Peleg to wreck the 14 and move him out of the way because he is so off the pace. And it's that difference between old and new tires. Ben said, come on, Sean, you know you want to do it. And I had to make sure which Sean he was talking to. And sure enough, it's Peleg, who's wedged right in behind the 14 machine. Malillo is joining that fight on the bottom. That was close.
And both Sean's directing some anger towards that 14 machine. Sean Butler, excuse me, was displeased with being held up there, but everything gets sorted out now, and like we'll be okay. But yeah, this 14 car is struggling on these old tires.
Yankee's going to get dumped. Oh, man. I thought Peleg finally had enough. Because Peleg got held up for one last time and lost 4 or 5 spots. He's going to tear up that 14 car.
Oh. More contact now.
There's no battling on the racetrack. You're not missing anything. This is the best battle on the racetrack.
Peleg again losing spots. He's finally going to get around the 14.
Peleg only falls to 28th after all of that. He was right around the top 20 before that.
Back up for the 10th position. Got another, as you'd say, gaggle of race cars. Is actually as far up as 7th. Blake McCandless, Seth the Merchant, Nate Stewart, Michael P. Frisch, all under a blanket right here, with even Sean Butler kind of in on the battle with Daniel Falkingham.
Oh my God. Can we get like a minimum speed or something?
Yeah, some of these lap cars are pretty egregious.
Because that one was bad.
I mean, with some of these lap cars with damage, I mean, it's just, in an ideal world, it's up to your discretion. You can tell if you're getting passed at an extreme rate, just pull off the track and either fix the damage, pack it up. And some of these guys are being inconsiderate, running out there in the middle of battles in the top 10 and parking the cars War on lap cars begins.
All right. Crap, man. It feels like this race has flown by, but it also feels like it is chugging right along. You see some 3 wide there. That's RJ Williams on the 021. I can't tell who in the world that is on the bottom. Maybe Michael Sturgill. That's Dreiling right there. He got the wall. That's the leader right behind him. And there he goes. Let's see. Falkingham and Cozy side by side. Frisch is in that battle as well.
Cozy and Frisch, I mean, still trying to navigate around some of this lap traffic as you see Falkingham falls in a line behind that purple 2 car who's going. Chris Davis in the 30th position. He's going down and almost makes contact with Cozy.
Ay, ay, ay. Touchdown, Auburn. Oof.
Yeah, Cozy claims responsibility for that one.
Kevin McAdams has taken the 2nd position. As you can tell, we're all very much paying attention. Kevin takes 2nd away from David L. Brown. We'll stick with these guys here, though, because this is where the carnage is at. Josh Parker is on pit road. I don't know why, but he's on pit road. He's back, outside the top 20 now, so not going to worry too much about it. How about the battle for 6th? Nate Stewart and Falkingham here. You got Frisch right there as well.
Yeah, this is a fun battle. They were almost 4 wide for a second, which is insane to say at Bristol. Just peeking, though. Nate Stewart on that outside. Falkingham in the middle, Frisch on the bottom. Single file back out, and then they fan out when they hit the corner. And Falkingham's really kind of dictating how this goes. You see Nate Stewart down to the inside to avoid that 05 machine. And it just clogs these guys up. And now, after getting by Dreiling, they're going to try to get around Cody McCorkle. Kills all of Falkingham's momentum as he goes back to the high side. Frisch is now trying to look for a way to get around Falkingham, but Falkingham going to use that momentum to carry him around Nate Stewart. They're side by side off turn number 2, and almost contact between him and Frisch.
3 wide, Peleg up top, lap car, we're good.
Frisch and all that gets around Falkingham, and now trying to get around Nate Stewart. This is all for the 6th position.
Chandler Parsons came to pit. Now remember what Blake Reynolds said. Okay, Parsons quit. He didn't just pit. He's done. He's going home. He's going to bed, which is where I wish I could be right now. But anyway, Josh Parker did the same thing. So, Blake Reynolds said they were good on fuel. He was good on fuel, and that, yeah. So the people that are pitting are just leaving. Excellent.
And looking back up towards the front here. I mean, right now the biggest battle is there's not many 4-position battles. It's just, again, navigating around lap traffic. Kevin McAdams just made his way around Adam Martin, who's been lapped for what feels like the millionth time tonight. Only running 2 laps down, so doing pretty good at the moment. David Brown trying to make his way around him now. Even towards the back, Nate Stewart was getting impatient with Justin Melillo, so he made it 3 wide for just a second, but Frisch was able to drive away, and now Melillo gonna get contact, and now Sean Butler's gonna go around. He's gonna save it.
Hashtag sorry, Sean. That's number 3.
And again.
Oh, now Cozy's gonna get wrecked.
They both
Ay,
keep
ay,
it
ay.
straight, and now DeMerchant gonna run to the back of Sean. It's a big stack up.
Just wreck at this point. You know you want to. Just do it. Just do it.
And I mean, this big chain reaction was all caused by Nate Stewart, who got impatient with Justin, made it 3 wide, filed in line behind him, and then just put the bumper to him. And again, I mean, if you're Justin Melillo, a lap car, sure. But I mean, there's nothing Justin Melillo could have done at that point, because he was kind of gridlocked with one car below him and Nate Stewart right behind him. Nothing he can really do. Just a lot of frustrated drivers over the radio right now, and I feel like that's pretty normal for Bristol.
How about for the lead? Kevin McAdams, Tyler Gary are side by side. Not anymore, of course. We talk about it, and they go single file. I hate it.
They'll get him in a second. Peeking once again. A little bit of contact from the bumper of Kevin McAdams to Tyler Gary. Just riding around at the moment between Gary and McAdams. Looking back through the field, the next battle for position I see is between Falkingham and Logan Helton for the 8th position. As soon as I say that, of course, they single file out once again.
Yep.
Oh, and Cozy almost just got dumped by Terry Murphy, the lap car. They keep it clean and save it, but close call there, Jacob.
Here comes McCandless to the inside of Sean Butler. Butler almost gets picked there by Murphy.
Oh, my Lord. We got to get him off the racetrack. He's
minimum speed. I mean, look, when you're running more than a second off this track, there's red flags. Damage or not, like, and he does have damage to his car.
Ooh, Chris Davis.
To give him credit. Chris Davis, he's a lap down. He's off the pace. He's pitting here. He might be parking it.
Yeah, Terry Murphy these last few laps. Right at 19.1 in comparison to the cars around him doing about sub 17-second laps. I know a lot of tires contribute to that and everything.
For the lead. Damn it, Kevin. We're not going to look at the lead the rest of the night.
I don't.
Well, he'll go to the outside.
Tyler
the bottom.
line. He got him. Oh, he's going to get him.
Oh, he's going to hit him. And he'll drop back single file, more lap cars. Chris Davis did park it, by the way.
And look at the cars for, this is 8th on back. Cozy just moved Kolonix into turn 3.
Oh, Kevin almost got picked there by that lap car. That's Danny Thompson. He's already been in one wreck tonight. How about up the middle? Ooh-wee. Kevin leads that lap. And he will take it from Tyler Gary. What a move from Kevin. Inside 50 laps to go from Bristol. Kevin McAdams, now your leader. Back after this, you're on FTF.gg. Caution on the speedway. It's Daniel Falkingham turned around off corner number 4, and he got some help from one Blake McCandless. And the caution flag is out once again here from Bristol. Inside 50 laps to go.
Yeah, we'll get a replay here. What happened between the 39 and 71. You can see the bumper off turn 2, and then Blake just all over him, and can't do that at Bristol. Oof. 39 gets sideways, overcorrects into the outside wall hard. Yeah, Blake profusely apologizing over the radio to Daniel Falkingham for that.
Pits are open. They don't need to pit for fuel, but tires may be a priority, and the leaders are coming to pit road. Wow, look at the brake rotors. It's almost like they're braking. They're glowing. Wow. Incredible.
We're getting right up into them.
Wow. Wow. Tighter shot.
Wow, we zoom in.
Zoom in more. Zoom in more. Look at those lug nuts without motion blur. Unbelievable.
They actually look pretty good there.
Yeah, it's nice when they're not moving, because then they don't have to blur. So, Zach, what's coming up on FTF this week? Because I don't know. I don't run this thing. Let's see.
We got
Autobahn Monday 9:15 from Indianapolis, says Kevin. Oh, barely wins the race off pit road. Or does he? Gary goes out in front of him. Nope. Okay, Kevin beat him. Anyway, Autobahn at Indianapolis, Monday 9:15. Core is back from Smooth Daytona in the ARCA cars on Wednesday at 9 o'clock. And then we are off. We are off this Thursday. We are back next Thursday, the 29th. From Rockingham, race 6 of 10, 8:45 p.m. is when we'll be live, and then qualifying for the All-Out 650 Tuesday, January 3rd, the year of our Lord 2023, 7 p.m. from Las Vegas. All that and more right here on FTF.gg. Also, great drink because Zach forgot about its existence. Just got added to the schedule. That's this Saturday at 11 o'clock. Good Lord, that's past my bedtime.
Yeah, it's a late night event. Adult Swim iRacing.
And double file restart here. So Logan Helton, oh, for the love of God, it did it again. All right, so we're still under caution. Double file restarts.
By aliens now.
Logan Helton, Sean Butler, Blake McCandless, Seth the Merchant all took 2 tires. Everybody else took 4. That's why those 4 are out in front. Sean Butler will lead us back to the green flag. Logan Helton on the outside, Butler on the inside. A long crawl. Jesus Christ, can we go any slower? Green flag. Wowza.
Single file here, looking back, battle for his third between Gary and John.
Remember, Gary on fresher tires, as is Kevin at 26.
And Kevin now going to peek to the inside of Tyler Gary. And that's for the 4th position. Going to single file back out, though. You can see Blake McCandless, as we saw early on in the run, or in the race, excuse me, going up to that high lane, trying to get around Logan Helton.
Here comes Gary on the bottom, looking for Sean. Meanwhile, Blake is looking for the lead.
Gary with a big move on Sean, trying to get by.
Trouble. Davis Warren is parked in the racing line off turn 4. Caution is out. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. I don't think anybody hit him. Hey. And he flat out got junked. We'll get a replay.
Yeah, you'll see this start. There you go. Right out of turn number 2.
Oh, we got beef. We got beef. He's bumping him down the back straightaway.
Yeah, and I mean, he did just get dumped.
He killed him. I mean, he just drove right through him.
Yeah,
and once he got rolling,
the ground. Yeah.
Once he got going, he delivered a couple of bumps down the back straightaway to show his displeasure. But they kept everything cordial there. They didn't dump anybody. They may get out and fist fight after this race, but they're angry. They know they have lost. Closing in on 25 to go, and yeah, this race is a thing. And I can't talk with, like, you know, Sean or somebody because they're in a hidden voice channel that we can't see. So they're just screwing themselves out of any possible airtime on the broadcast.
You can talk to.
Why do we want to talk to Ben? He's 21st.
I think it was not 21st.
Benjamin Easterday, how we doing? Perfect. Just
good.
Perfect.
How are you doing?
I've been better.
You know what? This race has gone green longer than I thought it was going to be honest.
Yeah. Aren't you glad to get to moderate Mooncar after this? Or admin Mooncar, whatever the hell the words are?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure that that's going to be cleaner than this, isn't it?
Say that again?
That's going to be cleaner than this race, isn't it?
We'll see. It's ARCA Daytona, so it depends on how James D. Gibson wants to drive.
So what in the world's going on with the cautions here? Have we figured anything out? Like
What it is
restarts?
that drivers that are lapped down are getting their or passing the pace car too early before the admin waves them around, so it completely screws up the start, and that's why it's starting early.
So it's not an iRacing deal as much as it's people not listening.
Correct.
Got it. See, now, Caleb, it makes sense now that we talked to Ben. So perfect. Our own IT guy here to save the day. Well, best of luck, and might be able to scam a top 10 out of this. So
I don't know about top 10. We'll try for a top 20.
We'll see if they all wreck.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ben. See ya.
No problem.
That's Ben Easterday,
FTF.
who is, yeah. So there's our answer. So nobody screwed it up this time. That's why we're getting a normal restart. And we have a restart with 25 laps to go on the nose. Logan Helton, Blake McCandless on the front row. And we'll see how it goes this time around. Had a couple of cars in the back pit. Everybody else stays out. Helton and Blake McCandless on the front row for the restart. And Helton bringing them down at a funeral-like pace. Green flag. And they all stacked up.
Yeah, McCandless got not such a good start. Ooh, close quarters racing between Cozy and Kevin McAdams. McAdams going to fall back in a line. Cozy's going to take that spot. That's the 6th position. He's going to get to work on Sean Butler. Oh, call there.
My
Cozy
God.
almost lost it. What a great save for that 99 Alta C Sports machine.
Sean in the wall there, 3 wide. Hey. Kevin's mad. Cozy says he got tight. Cool.
Typical deadpan Cozy response.
Dylan Dreiling update. He's 33rd, many laps down. Coming to
back
20
up
to
at the
go.
front, Tyler Gary's peeking the inside of Logan Helton. Not quite going to have the track position to be able to make that move, but he is closing in on the driver of the number 63, Michael P. Frisch, and Blake McCandless behind him.
Trouble, turn 2. Malillo on the apron, still green. They got bottled up back there, and he wound up spinning as a result. Danny Thompson also got a piece. He's off the pace on the apron, though we are still green. Now remember here, Gary on 4 tires, Helton on just 2.
Gary on the 4 tires, trying to make the bottom work. Still, just the momentum is too strong on that high side, but little by little, Gary's able to with them contact side by side. I would
leaning on each other.
Frisch make a move here.
Well, because they're going to wreck. That's why.
Perhaps so, but still, Gary just sending it in on Logan Helton, and he's taking his entry so aggressively that it's really costing him here on exit. And there you see Michael P. Frisch. They're going to be 3 wide to the lead.
Will this work? Maybe. Frisch trying to hold it down there on the bottom with any speed that he can get.
Oh,
there he goes. Into the inside wall. Caution's out. Oh, they're wrecking behind. Big wreck behind. David L. Brown, Nate Stewart, Peleg around. 5, 6 cars spinning off turn 4. I think all in the checkup, trying to avoid Frisch. And the caution is back out with 16 to go. It started with Frisch making contact with the King, and then it was just contact further behind, I think, that set the rest of that deal off. There's the initial spin down to the inside, and then I think at the caution, everybody just wrecked trying to avoid and slow down for the caution. There you see RJ Williams hit the inside wall hard. He's gone. He's left. Really curious to see what happened back here in the thick of it. Nate Stewart was one of the cars that got turned around. And oh, wow, David L. Brown checked up. So they would have wrecked anyway, I think. Because it's like Cozy slowed down and everybody just checked up on that outside and they all wound up spinning. Oh, you know what? David L. Brown got into the back of, I think that's DeMerchant. He got into the back of DeMerchant, and that's why he had to lift. And everybody just piled in behind him. I don't think the caution would have come out for Frisch. It was for the accident behind him that brought it all out.
Yeah, that was still very reminiscent of that first caution that we had where they got stacked up under the yellow flag just at a higher pace there. Interesting that that's happened twice in the same spot here.
So the caution is out. We're going to restart with a round. 10 laps to go. That's Chick Hicks, whatever.
Definitely.
I don't care.
Chick Hicks. Yeah.
I don't care.
Well, you can tell that it's Chick Hicks because it's 86 and it's not the King because the King was 43 in petty font.
I don't care.
Well, Jacob, not to be too cliched here, but I think this caution changes everything.
Not really. They may just wreck a lot more. Remember, we only have one green-white checker. So if they wreck, they get one chance to get it right. Logan Helton's going to take the outside here for the restart, which means Tyler Gary will line up on the bottom, and we'll get a restart with 10 laps to go.
I'm interested to see the power struggle here between the control car of Logan Helton and Tyler Gary as they get into turn one. Would imagine that the battle would be more between Gary and Sean Butler here, but we'll see.
Here we go. Pace truck's in. 10 laps to go. Logan Helton, Tyler Gary. Oh. Gary went before Helton did there. That stacked everybody up. Almost 4 wide for third. They straightened it out, and Logan Helton is trying to run away.
I would too. Logan Helton right now with an onslaught of cars behind him.
Eight to go.
Looking around, I think the question is just going to be if Tyler Gary can get to the back bumper of the 63 of Logan Helton here.
I think he'll get there. Whether or not he can pass him, though, that's the different story, as everybody is glued to the outside of the racetrack. We hit 7 to go, and Blake McCandless floundering there on the bottom. A little further ways back, a little stack up toward the back of the field, but they keep it on rolling. As now, Gary looks to the bottom, trying to find some speed in the middle.
I think what you're going to see from that is that's going to open the door, I think, for Sean Butler here in third to make up time on Tyler Gary and potentially make a run at second and maybe even the lead. But I just don't know if he's going to have the time for that with coming to 5 to go.
5 laps to go from Bristol for Logan Helton. Looking for his first win here in Legends of the Future. And they are stacked up. They are wrecking. Mauricio saved it. Oh, my God. He was dead sideways, bounced off Frisch. They keep it rolling. 4 to go.
Gary still peaking right now off turn number 2.
This time by 3 laps to go from Bristol. Running out of time here again. Only one attempt at a green-white checker. Otherwise, this race is official when they get the white flag.
Can see the desperation out of Tyler Gary here. Even Blake Reynolds just sent it behind Sean Butler, and he's going to lose the spot now to Kevin McAdams. Back up at the
trouble. Caution, front straightaway, big one. Falkingham is around. Michael Sturgill. And it was Falkingham, Kolonix, Mitchell Riggs all making contact. And people are angry. We're going to overtime and one attempt at a green-white checker. Here's the replay. And, yeah, you missed it, but there's the end result. Here it is. 3 wide, and, man, Alex just comes down there. Falkingham did kind of throw it into that spot. Mitchell Riggs got wedged into the wall Mike Harmon style. Flung across the racetrack. Another angle.
Yeah, I mean, Mitchell Riggs is just very displeased over the radio right now. But I mean, I don't know, with that many cars stacked together here, especially at a place like Bristol, the amount of room for error is 0. And yeah, he threw it in here, but
what else happened with Frisch here? What now? Oh, okay. Got it. So Yankee, Stewart, and Frisch made contact, but they saved it. No harm, no foul. Cool. So like this race wasn't long enough, we're going to overtime. Logan Helton still your leader. I think we're going to get 1 to green here next time by, and Logan Helton's taking the bottom. Interesting call after taking the outside on the last restart.
I think I don't know about this out of Logan Helton.
Oh my God, Melillo's wrecking. Keep the high side clear for lappers. How hard is it? David L. Brown was sitting right in the middle of the way.
Oh, another car sitting.
Oh my God, McCandless, move! Gee.
Let's go back on the pace truck. They start to double file up here.
Okay, Logan says he's taking the outside line. I don't know what he's doing on the bottom then, and why Gary went up to the high side. This is beyond mind-numbing right now, but eventually we'll get a restart out of this.
I was gonna say out of Logan Helton, I mean, Gary almost beat him to the line, it felt like, last restart.
But he pulled away. Now 1 to green.
That's what he was banking on, but anyways, now it's going to be Logan Helton on the outside, Tyler Gary on the inside, Kevin McAdams, Sean Butler, Michael Cozy Jr. I mean, a fun top 5 here. It's just going to be a question of how much of a launch does Logan Helton get on the restart here. I mean, only 1 attempt at overtime, so this is going to be it either way, Jacob.
Well, remember, if they wreck and a caution comes out, that's the race. We saw that at the season opener. If they get the white flag, we'll race it back to the checkered. So if a caution comes out, the race is over. If we get the white flag, we'll get to the checkered and the race will be over. Helton is going. Green flag.
Gary off turn 2, not going to have it. Kevin McAdams going to be to his outside. Meanwhile, Logan Helton trying to drive away in front. Kevin McAdams.
Oh, there goes Sean.
Contact. Oh, and there
crashing.
they go. They're wrecking big time.
Still green. Last lap. The track is blocked. I hope they get out of the way in time. Logan Helton into turn number 3. Gary drives it in deep. Washes up the racetrack. He can't hold it. Cozy spins. McCandless spins. Logan Helton wins.
Oh, and there they go. Calamity after the line.
Oh my! Phillips in the catch fence.
Yeah,
He's upside down. He's on his roof. Oh my gosh.
He's still getting
hit. People still driving. Cars driving under cars. Well, did we bother getting a replay of the chaos on the last lap? All right, I guess we'll take a look at it. It was Sean, which puts the sorry Sean counter at least 4 tonight. He got turned around first, and they all piled in behind him. And I mean, the front straightaway was completely blocked, but the leaders had already taken the white flag at that point, so they were racing to the checker. And then 3 guys sent it into turn 3 on the last lap, and all of them almost wrecked. Yeah, it's a McCandless that gets into Sean, and then David L. Brown gets turned. I think that's the Merchant getting squeezed in there. Ben gets turned around. Malillo's in it. The 84 of John Adams. The lap cars piling in for good measure. Another angle. And you can see, oh, we just got loose, and then McCandless finished them off there. Kolonix with a piece. Nate Stewart. Eek. Eek.
And Logan Helton still burning it down on the front stretch. And a great call from him on pit road to get that track position, which ended up being the difference there. He caught a few cautions on his side and comes home with a win.
Helton, your winner. Tyler Gary, second. Kevin McAdams, third. Then Blake Reynolds, Michael Cozy Jr., your top 5. Frisch, Dylan Roberts, Seth the Merchant, Gabriel Mauricio, Nate Stewart rounding out the top 10.
Looking on back to 11th, Blake McCandless and Phil McCandless finish 11th and 12th. Benjamin Easterday comes home, almost gets that top 10. Justin Malillo, after being involved in a few accidents, come home 14th. Art Reimer, 15th. Sean Butler, 16th. Andrew Schwartz, 17th. David Brown, 18th. Coming home 19th is Alex Kolonix. And John Adams rounds out your top 20, Jacob.
And the rest of the field, 30th. No, 21st. Daniel Falkingham, Chris Yonke, Jackson Van Valkenburg, Santiago Tires, Michael Sturgill, Mitchell Riggs, Adam Martin, Danny Thompson, Sean Peleg, Davis Warren. The rest of the field, Hit the button. Hit the button. Oh, for God's sake. Strugglebus.png. All right, well, then I'll just read off ATVO, and if it's wrong, it's wrong, whatever. 31st, Terry Murphy. 32nd, RJ Williams, Cody McCorkle, Dylan Dowling, Chris Davis, Chandler Parsons, Josh Parker, Tyler Dubosh, Matt Taylor, John Gorlinski. And your final 3, Michael Rosero, Ben Bafford, and Chris Norris. The rest of the guys, they didn't make it. All right, let's start with our winner, Logan Helton. Coming away with your first win here in Legends of the Future, and it was that outside line that really proved to be the difference.
Yeah, what a race there. High side lane, obviously dominant here at Bristol, especially on those restarts at late race. And, it might have been a little bit Mickey Mouse, but I'll take a Mickey Mouse win in this league any day if that means that I can compete up there with these guys. I wasn't so great at the beginning of the race. Bristol has never been an amazing track for me, but I figured something out in the middle of the race, and then it proved to be good there in the middle stint, because towards the end of that really long run, I think I was faster than most of the people on the track. So, but yeah, I'm just really excited to get this win. Really cool.
Obviously, the strategy helped you get out toward the front there. Decided to take just 2 tires instead of taking 4 like Tyler Gary did. Does that show that tires really didn't matter as much there down the stretch? What do you think?
Oh, I can assure you that tires did matter because Gary was all on my butt there trying to pass me, and I was really expecting to get put in the wall, like not on purpose, but he's just aggressive, and that's just how he races. And, I was expecting there to be some contact, but he kept it very clean, very, very fair, and I really appreciate that of him. And If I was in the front, I definitely would have taken 4, but because I was like just on the edge of the top 10, I told my teammate David L. Brown, I said Hail Mary, and I took 2, and because I knew if I can get that lead, I could hold on to that high lane and have a better chance than using my 4 tires to get through the field.
Well, nonetheless, congratulations on the win, and we'll see you next week or in 2 weeks from wherever the heck we're at. Rockingham, I think. So, yeah, we'll see you at Rockingham.
Well, thank you guys very much for broadcasting this race. Real quick, I'd like to thank Advanced Sawmill Machinery for being on the car. I'd like to thank Roasted Gems Coffee, Rockstar Gaming, and Extra Life for being on the quarter panel. Again, thanks to you guys for broadcasting the race at FTF, Nexus Esports, and Frisch for putting on this league. It's a great league and I have a lot of fun in it.
That's Logan Helton, your race winner tonight from, where are we, Bill? Bristol. Let's go to Caleb, who's with Tyler Gary, second place.
Tyler, we saw you trying to chase down Logan Helton there at the end. What do you think the difference was?
Just, track position. Those guys taking 2 tires made it really hard to pass. I was lucky enough to get on the outside of them on a couple of restarts and was able to cycle a second. And then the one run where I was like on Logan's door the whole time is just, I was sending in so hard that I burned the right front off and couldn't get a good enough run again the next couple restarts.
And I mean, we saw you trying to chase him down there. We have the bye week next week. I mean, how are you feeling going into the next round? Just after a good second place here tonight.
I mean, my confidence has been pretty good, or better than I expected in these cars. After winning in Atlanta and having a good, strong race tonight, I think I'm doing better than my expectations. So the confidence is pretty good. And I don't know what the next track is, so I don't know what it is.
Rockingham.
Rockingham? Oh, I've never been very good at Rockingham, so we'll see. Only one way to find out, I suppose.
Well, either way, a good second place run tonight. Didn't quite have it for Logan Helton, but you held off everybody else. Congratulations on the second place tonight.
Thank you.
Tyler Gary in the 86 machine.
Third place, Kevin McAdams. How about that? P3.
I'm a little mad. I'm not going to lie. Normally, I'm okay with the third place finish, but being able to get to Gary, passing him 3 wide with that lap car, and I just started pulling away, and I was like, if this thing stays green, I got it. And we had that caution, and I thought, if I can just have a decent pit stop, I got it. But then everyone stayed out or took 2, and that just killed me. Being on the bottom on those double file restarts was not fun. Gary got ahead of me doing that, being on the top, and he hounded the hell out of Logan. I'm surprised he didn't dump him when he was up against the wall with him lap after lap, and then of course Frisch wrecked. But at the end of the day, it sucks to be third when you think you should have won, but looking at the points, looking at where Frisch finished and where Blake finished, I'm ahead of them, and continuing to get that gap larger is definitely a priority. But man, I felt so good out there, and I thought I had it, but just fell a little bit short with Logan staying out there. Good strategy on him for sure to stay out there, and then to be able to hold off Gary like he did was pretty damn impressive. I'll give him 110% credit on that one. He deserves an A for that.
How about next week? Sorry, 2 weeks, and we go to Rockingham.
It's Rockingham. It's the best track on the service. Sean loves it. I love it. I expect to, especially if we have the combination, that we had similar to the Rockingham 508. Tires should be very important. Tire heat should be very important. Being able to stay up front, use the highline when you need to, is going to be crucial. Hopefully, I thought tonight was a super clean race. I know we had a few skirmishes. We had the issue with the cautions. I don't know what the hell that was. iRacing's going to get their shit together, but I can't wait. Take a little break for Christmas. Hopefully, come back with a little bit more, keep this momentum, and hopefully we can steal a win there and keep the points lead.
Well, and we know what it is, actually, by talking with Ben during the race. It's not iRacing's fault necessarily.
Something with the waves.
What happens is guys are getting their laps back too early.
Yes.
So it screws everything up.
Yes.
So if drivers would just be patient, especially at a freaking short track, and wait, we wouldn't have this
Yeah,
issue.
we knew the issue because I know Justin released an article on Traction about it after the Coke race when they waived Conti and I think Busa or someone like that, and it had that same exact issue in the Coke series, and we were really careful about it at FTF to make sure that didn't happen. We just couldn't remember until literally the last restart when it stopped mattering to figure out what was happening. But I think we made a pretty good audible, having the leader announce when they were going to kind of keep things at bay if it continued to happen, and it went away and then it came back. So I think at the end of the day, everything went like it should have, but it sucks that happened after we had a really good first green run.
Well, nonetheless, top 3. Best of luck to you in 2 weeks from Rockingham. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Good job, guys.
It's Kevin McAdams, your third place finisher tonight. Caleb, final thoughts.
Long race, but also went by really fast, funnily enough. Lots of issues tonight from a lot of guys going laps down, but it was still a really fun race. Watching these guys use the top lane was super fun. Just lots of battles throughout and on these restarts. So looking forward to seeing what this series can bring going into Rockingham in 2 weeks. Looking forward to the off week and celebrating the holidays, but we'll be back sooner than you know it.
That's where we're at in 2 weeks. Rockingham. Logan Helton, your winner tonight from Bristol. See you in 2 weeks.